Hi, this is Melody from Home Garden and Fashion. I hope all of you are doing okay during this lockdown. Today I'm going to do a story, and this story title is Back to Square One. In this story there's a character named Lori, and there's a character named Hannah. Lori and Hannah, these are two best friends, and they were living in the city, and all of a sudden in the city there was some sort of a disease. Everybody was getting the disease, and Lori and Hannah was very scared. Anyway, so they were just going by their business, but they were very alert and worried about the situation. And then Hannah came down with certain sickness, and Lori took Hannah to the hospital, but after 2 weeks Hannah did not survive. But due to the nature of the sickness, Lori did not get to say even final goodbye to her childhood best friend Hannah, and she did not even get to have her funeral or anything. So for this, Lori was totally heartbroken, and she didn't know what to do, and she was losing hope, and everywhere there was the situation, many people died, and everybody was catching this special disease. And every day Lori would somehow manage to go for a walk, but there are a lot of places were closed, so she couldn't even go sit in a park or go sit anywhere outdoors. So everything was restricted, including the breathing, even restricted. She couldn't freely breathe even outside, so her oxygen intake was even restricted. So she was really feeling sad for her friend and feeling sad for life, and nothing just seemed okay after some time. So as she went for a walk, and she would go, and since nobody could talk to anybody, everybody was avoiding everyone because of this ongoing sickness. So she would just go, and on her walking path she would talk to a tree, and she thought that at least tree and her both talking to each other, they will both be safe. So as she will talk to the tree, she will see the birds are chattering, the squirrels are running around, the cats were going around the tree, and all the other insect and animals, and she would be so tempted to be like them because they were so free, and they could mix with each other and just talk with each other and be free. So she would every day make an effort to go and talk to the tree, and sometimes it will be very nice and breezy, and the tree branches will come to her and touch her as if like comforting her that everything will be okay, everything will be okay. So one day she was really sad, about everything, and she couldn't see the light anymore. She thought that there is just no light at the end of the tunnel, and she was talking to the tree, and at this time she saw that the tree opened up, and as the tree opened up, she went inside, and she found this magical land. And in this land, everything was so beautiful. There were all around deers, and there's beautiful flower garden, and the people were so nice, and they were all doing gardening and growing fruits and vegetables, and they also had some flower gardens, but they were all vegetarian. They did not eat any animals, and people seemed very happy. And so she went there, and for few hours they totally forgot about everything, and the whole world on the other side of the tree, the magical land, seemed so beautiful. Everything was in perfect order. people the people who were living in that area were very little. They were like around 100 people, so it was very small community. But these 100 peoples were very closely connected with each other, very friendly, very happy. They had a leader, and this leader was an old man, and this leader was so nice, and the leader had a list of rules, and these rules were posted where the leader sat down, and Lori went and read the rules, and the rules had like everyone will respect each other, and there will be no fights, and there will be no personal possession. Everybody will share everything, and they had a central kitchen where they all cooked and ate, and they were so happy. Everybody worked in the garden, and it was extremely magical land. So Lori liked it so much, and they all cooked in a beautiful mud oven, the mud oven they created underneath the tree, and they would use the twigs to burn, and they'll cook, and while cooking they will sing and dance all around the fire, and then few people will go and gather the fruits and vegetables, and then few people will clean them, cut them, chop them, and they had beautiful stream going on, and will take nice warm bath in that hot spring, and then everybody will sit down and eat, and they made their own clothes, they grew their own food, they taught their own children, and everything was done by themselves, and there were no diseases, and they used the plants as medicine, so there was no diseases and no weapons, and there were no electronics or electrical things. So by that time, as soon as it was dark, everybody went to sleep. Everybody woke up first thing in the morning, and and they did singing and dancing, and it was the most beautiful magical land. So after some time, Lori realized she needs to go back, so she came out of the tree. And as soon as she came out of the tree, she realized her present situation, and which made her sad, but at the same time she was very happy that she found an escape to go to this most beautiful, amazing, magical land. When she came back home, then she started thinking that why the life had become so bad in the city. Then the answers were in front of her. The answers was the greed. That people wanted so many things, the greed for money and the greed for things, which made life really worse. So Lori decided that she would just give away everything that she owned, and she will go back to the square one where everything is natural and nothing unnatural, and she will live with bare minimum, but at least she will be free and she will be happy, and it's just where everything is just so peaceful, so calm. So next day when she went inside the tree, and as she went to the leader and she asked the leader if she can join them and become there, stay there permanently. So the leader said that only way she would be able to do that if she chooses to give away everything that she has or she owns and come there with just one pair of clothes what she's wearing and just start over everything. And she agreed to do that, and then she had to sign a contract where she would obey by their rules, and she did that. And after that, she lived there happily ever after. Every morning she will wake up early in the morning, 5 o'clock, and then after that she will just go and browse around in the beautiful area with the beautiful deers roaming around, and they had some animals roaming around, but these animals were very calm, friendly, and nobody ate animals, and animals also did not bother human, and they used everything natural. So morning for brushing teeth, Lori asked one of the resident there, "Hi dear sister, what should I use to brush my teeth?" Then the sister, everybody was sister, so the sister told her that they use neem tree stick, little twigs from the neem tree, and they use that to brush their teeth, and that keeps their teeth really shiny, glowing, and bacteria free. So she did that, washed her teeth like that, and then after that they all gathered lots of fruits and vegetables and they ate that, and after that they all got to started doing their chores. So some made clothes, some did gardening, some did cleaning, some did wash clothes. Everybody There was a list of chores needed to be done, and everybody picked up a chore, whatever they were good at, whatever they felt better doing. And so that's how the chores were done. And Lori also picked up her chore, and she always loved gardening. So she picked up gardening, and then she started doing the gardening. And then afternoon also they ate fruits and vegetables. Some of them cooked, and also evening they all went and gathered lots of berries, and they gathered some water in the vessel to keep it inside for nighttime drinking water. They all had tiny little beautiful huts. These huts had just only one room, and they had 2-3 centralized bathrooms. These bathrooms were like very old fashioned, but everything was so peaceful, so much happiness. And Lori finished all the work before dark, and then she lay down next to the warm spring, and then she listened to the birds chirping and singing, and the best thing was everybody was free. There was no more rules, no more hiding inside, no more struggling to even breathe, no more any kinds of rule. It was total happiness and peace, and she was so peaceful. This was the best life she ever lived. So she found that back to the square one was the best thing. Living in nature, living in eating, drinking, breathing pure, true things, and whatever the life she had left, 10, 20, 30 years, she chose to live that way. So they would just live the most amazing life. All her life, Lori wanted to do gardening and singing, and she started singing to her plants, and as she sang, the plants will swing from one side to another. So this is the first time she has witnessed that how plants even love songs and singing. And she would literally sing to them, and the flowers will bloom so fast, and the vegetables will come so healthy and beautiful. And the singing really worked out for the plants. And Lori lived a beautiful life for happily ever after.